Diablo IV recently announced the Vessels of Hatred DLC coming late 2024, and here's what details have been released about the DLC.
There will be no salvation in the light.
During the last campfire sit-down at BlizzCon, the developers of Diablo IV went into more details about the upcoming DLC coming later 2024, from story progression to map location and potentially a new class. So here is what you need to know. Diablo IV Vessel of Hatred continues the story of Nyril and Mephisto. For those who do not remember, the ending of the original story structure of D4 saw Nyril going to her own adventure to banish hatred and ends up sailing across what we believe to be the Twin Seas, heading to the Torjan jungles, following in the footsteps of a prophet of light trying to discover how to deal with the stone and the evil within. The expectation is that Mephisto along the way will continuously challenge Nyril to halt her in her journey and potentially lead to the final escape from the stone. This DLC will take place in the jungles of Nahantu, also known as Torjan. These lands lie to the south of Kazakhstan and will be a more vibrant landscape than the already dark areas Diablo IV have provided the player base, with large fauna and expected larvae and bug species. You can assume that this location will be full of dangerous creatures, with the added hellish creatures now encompassing the landscape following the destruction of the World Stone. You will find many standalone structures that are also referenced from Kurast, from past Diablo titles, and inspiration of its architecture can be found when traveling throughout Nahantu. You can also visit the original dock town from Diablo II. However, it's now 72 years later, so it definitely will be different. You'll experience the underbelly of the ziggurats from Diablo II and finally see what may be lurking underneath. Fight within the Temple of Travancore and where Mephisto was originally imprisoned in the Soul Stone. All of these were locations from Diablo II, and now we can revisit them in a new light. And 72 years later. It was said that there was going to be a new class being introduced to Diablo IV in this DLC. Some people have speculated that it will be the Witch Doctor. However, Diablo IV devs have advised that it is a brand new class. It will not be one of the classic classes played before. So this begs the question of what class could be introduced and would be new and special. And in my opinion, any new class would have to be familiar with the area and the jungles of Torjan. But we'll cover that in another video. This is the information we have so far about the DLC, returning to past locations in the new region, continuing the story of Mephisto and Nyril, and potentially some new classes to pass the time. So, what are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to hit that like as it helps get the video to more eyes, and subscribe for your Diablo information. From me to you, make sure to heal, please heal, and safe travels.